Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. Namaskar, and thank you for joining us here on this special program on the late Ratan Tata, honoring a legend. I'm Mark Lynn. Now, the former chairman of the Tata Group, Ratan Tata, died at the age of 86 in Mumbai's Breach Candy Hospital on Wednesday, where he was admitted for the past few days due to age-related issues. And his hard work over the 5 decades, his leadership and his vision, his contributions to nation building, all these shall never be forgotten.
India's industry titan has passed away. Ratan Tata, a modest business tycoon, breathed his last in a Mumbai hospital late Wednesday night. He was 86 and had been admitted to Mumbai's Breach Candy Hospital on Monday due to a sudden drop in blood pressure. He was in critical condition in the intensive care unit. Born in 1937 to Sunu and Naval Tata, he attended Campion School and Cathedral and John Connon School at Bombay. At 17, he left for Cornell University in New York, where he studied architecture and engineering. In 1962, Tata joined the Tata Group as an assistant in Tata Industries. Later, he served as the group's resident representative in Australia. After returning to India in 1970, he had a short stint at Tata Consultancy Services before joining the board of Tata Sons in 1974 as a director. He was chairman of India's national carrier Air India between 1986 and 1989. On March 25, 1991, he succeeded J.R.D. Tata as chairman of Tata Sons and the Tata Trusts, initiating major restructuring efforts. As chairman, Tata led the major Tata companies including Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Tata Consultancy Services and more. Under his leadership, the group's revenues grew to over $100 billion in 2011-12. Tata, a teetotaler and non-smoker, consciously chose to remain single. In 1998, Tata launched the Indica, India's first fully indigenous passenger car. Initially criticized by auto analysts, the Indica became a bestseller due to its excellent fuel economy, powerful engine and aggressive marketing. A newer version, the Indica V2, quickly became a mass favorite. Tata Motors also successfully exported the car to South Africa. The success of the Indica played a key role in Tata Motors' growth. In 2008, Tata launched the Tata Nano, a budget-friendly people's car. He was awarded the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian honor, in 2008. In December 2012, Tata stepped down as chairman of Tata Sons after 50 years with the Tata Group, and was conferred the honorary title of Chairman Emeritus of Tata Sons, Tata Industries, Tata Motors, Tata Steel and Tata Chemicals. As Chairman Emeritus, Ratan Tata spearheaded significant reforms, including enforcing retirement ages and promoting younger leaders to senior roles. After stepping down, he became a prominent investor in Indian startups, backing a diverse range of companies. His legacy of elevating the Tata Group, his philanthropy, and his commitment to social causes will continue to inspire generations. Condolence messages have been pouring in from all corners of the globe since the news of his passing broke. India's President, Prime Minister, Vice President and many other leaders have paid tribute, describing him as a visionary and an extraordinary human being. International dignitaries have also honored the titan. Ratan Tata's mortal remains were displayed at the National Centre for Performing Arts in South Mumbai for the public to pay their last respects. New York's Cornell University is also mourning the loss of Ratan Tata. Alumnus and global leader, he left an indelible mark on the university through historic donations supporting scholarships, technological innovations and other causes. As a former trustee of Cornell, he was the driving force behind the Tata Group. In a solemn occasion marking the end of an era, people from all walks of life gathered to pay their last respects to the legendary industrialist and philanthropist Ratan Tata. The lawns of NCPA at Nariman Point in Mumbai became a sea of mourners united in grief and admiration. In attendance was India's Home Minister Amit Shah, who represented the government of India at the last rites. Tata's contributions to industry and philanthropy were celebrated by countless individuals, each reflecting on his monumental impact on the nation. Ratan Tata's final journey concluded at the Worli Crematorium in Mumbai, where his last rites were performed with full state honors. In a mark of respect, the national flag flew at half-mast in government offices across the state. The Maharashtra Chief Minister announced a state mourning on Thursday, leading to the suspension of all entertainment programs. This is a profound moment of reflection and remembrance of a man whose legacy will continue to inspire generations. Bureau Report, DD India.
And we are joined by Naina Lal Kidwai, former president of FICCI, banker, and Mahendra Singhi, who is the MD of Dalmia Cements. Thank you very much, both of you, for being with us. Ms. Kidwai, let me start with you. You know, how would you look at the role of Ratan Tata in India's emergence post-liberalization?
A critical role, and I should start by saying a life well lived, one which should give us cause for celebration, a person who's touched many lives along the way and in fact set up basic infrastructure that helps the country go forward from now. The first steps of our large companies in India going global were really very much set by the Tata Group. We saw the acquisition of Tetley, which happened way back in the 2000s. And soon after that, in 2007, a huge $11 billion acquisition of Porous Steel, 2008 Jaguar Land Rover, and then the hotels that Indian Hotels acquired in terms of the Pierre, etc. These were very significant moves from Indian companies going global and making these acquisitions abroad. And equally, the role that Mr. Ratan Tata has played as an ambassador for India in terms of joint ventures that got set up in India. And I have personally been there for many a meeting with chairmen and CEOs of global companies whose itineraries were never complete unless they called on him. And the grace and vision and frankness with which he handled those meetings really are areas which leave big gaps to follow in going forward.
Mr. Singhi, you know, also apart from the role of going global, he did create Indian brands as well. I mean, this Atmanirbhar Bharat idea was quite strong. And as well as Ms. Kidwai was saying, take our products to the global markets. So we can't hear you. Maybe you're on mute.
First, I would like to say that we all are saddened by the sad demise of Sri Ratan Tata and the departure of the pious soul from this earth. We all have respected him not only as an industrialist, but as a human being who bothered about the humanity. It's a sad moment, not only for the country, but for the whole India also. It is a rare occasion that an industrialist is mourned by all sectors of life. And today, Mr. Ratan Tata has shown that as a corporate leader also, as an industrialist also, one can take care of the society of all walks of the life. I would say that Ratan Tata had shown different type of leadership, different type of mentorship, and he was just not an ordinary or a normal corporate leader or an industrialist, but he used to take bold decisions. He used to review his own decisions also, and he used to take forward the company's image, the India's image to globe. As Madam has said, that definitely he had bold steps taken for acquisition of such global brands which otherwise one could not think of, and that way he has enhanced the image not only of Tata Group but of the country also. In addition to this, he acted and he took forward the legacy which was left by his mentor and leader, Mr. J.R.D. Tata, and the way he could work on various philanthropic work that's commendable, and one can think of that he contributed in all walks of life, whether it's on medicine, whether it's on education, whether it's on climate change, whether it's serving the society of a poor level. So he did every act, and I
Absolutely.
would also say that the way he could mentor the senior leaders in Tata Group, that's commendable.
Right.
And I had the occasion of meeting many CEOs of Tata Group, and they all used to respect him not as a boss, but as a mentor, as a leader. So that speaks of his
Right.
quality, that how he wanted to develop people, how he wanted to develop the leaders. So we are really mourned, but at the same time, we
Sure.
are quite confident that the lessons he has given, the way he
Yes.
has
So
shown,
his character
we
certainly
always
stood
look
out.
forward.
As his character and a noble soul. But Ms. Kidwai, let's talk a little bit about the business. You did mention about the international footprint, the purchase of Tetley. You talked about Chorus and Jaguar Land Rover. Now, there was a lot of criticism for this. I mean, the Chorus deal in particular, it was like, the Tata Steel shareholders were wondering what was happening to their stock as a result of that. But over a period of time, I mean, everything's worked out well.
I think that's the vision that happens. And often, stock markets in particular punish deals which are of an acquisition nature, large, and in the near term, because it means that a lot of debt gets put onto balance sheets. The key has to be how these play out over time. And he was never afraid to take these risks. And some played out okay as planned, some maybe less so. But the learnings that happen from these transactions are very hard for us to gauge from the outside, because what also happens is technologies get embraced, talent within these acquisitions get moved into the mothership, and that mothership becomes stronger because of the exposure to these new ways of operating.
Indeed.
We also saw in the way he moved forward an amazing embracing of the sustainability agenda in every company of the Tata Group, well ahead of before it became fashionable to use the words ESG as they are today. And we saw this through the energy efficiency in these companies, the technologies these companies embraced, now in terms of EVs and the foray forward into the technologies of tomorrow. And I think it runs in the DNA of the organization to have this sustainability agenda in every way that they work. I just want to add that one of the experiences I had directly was in the work which I do through the India Sanitation Coalition in the space of the Swachh Bharat mission. And what is not well known and needs reminding is what Tata Trust came in, and really it was through Mr. Tata's intervention with supporting the Swachh Bharat mission in a huge way, where 600 Swachh Bharat preraks were supported, trained by the Tata Group. And these were young, smart, bright IIT, MBAs, engineers who opted to come into this program for a couple of years to sit in collector's office in our villages and help drive the Swachh Bharat agenda, helping the collectors there. One of the most amazing speeches ever on issues to do with water, sanitation, and nutrition was heard by Mr. Tata when he launched this program with the ministers in 2019. So it is his. He really believes in supporting programs which are of a national order and close to the country's progress. So he's a philanthropist, not only in terms of the checks he signed, but also the vision that he showed in that direction.
Do stay with us. We look at a few more tributes that are the tributes pouring in from all across the country, because India is mourning the passing of Ratan Tata, whose last rites were performed in Mumbai on Thursday. And India's president, prime minister, they led the nation in paying their tributes to Ratan Tata. Tributes, in fact, poured in from all over the world. Let's listen.
The final rites of the esteemed Indian industrialist Ratan Tata took place in Mumbai. Condolences poured in from around the globe. Both the President of India, Draupadi Murmu, and the Prime Minister of India expressed their sympathies. On social media platform X, the President shared her heartfelt message. In the sad demise of Sri Ratan Tata, India has lost an icon who blended corporate growth with nation building and excellence with ethics. He inspired seasoned professionals and young students alike. His contribution to philanthropy and charity is invaluable. Prime Minister Narendra Modi described Ratan Tata as a visionary business leader, a compassionate soul, and an extraordinary human being. Recalling his interactions with Tata, Prime Minister said, "I would meet him frequently in Gujarat when I was the Chief Minister. We would exchange views on diverse issues. I found his perspectives very enriching. These interactions continued when I came to Delhi, extremely pained by his passing away. My thoughts are with his family, friends, and admirers in this sad hour. Om Shanti." India's Home Minister Amit Shah also condoled the demise, stating that the veteran industrialist's legacy will continue to guide the future generations.
रतन टाटा जी को बहुत मनपूर्वक श्रद्धांजलि देता हूं। रतन टाटा जी, मेरा उनसे व्यक्तिगत भी गहरा परिचय रहा, परंतु न केवल भारतीय उद्योग जगत के, पूरे विश्व के एक सम्मानीय उद्योजक रहे।
Nepal's Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli expressed sadness over Ratan Tata's passing. He wrote, and I quote, "Deeply saddened by the passing of Ratan Tata, a true titan of industry. His visionary leadership in business as well as philanthropy touched a vast number of lives, reaching far beyond India." Aditya Birla Group Chairman Kumar Mangalam Birla remarked that Ratan Tata epitomized the finest ideals of the storied Tata Group.
देश के लिए बहुत बड़ा नुकसान है, not just for corporate India but for the country as a whole. I think the impact of his work is quite unparalleled, and I think we should remember him through the richness of his work.
Infosys co-founder Sudha Murthy recalled her memories of Ratan Tata at Bengaluru's Indian Institute of Science.
He was simple, straight, a man of integrity, care for employees. It was very high in his case, and he was a true Tata.
Business leaders and admirers honor Ratan Tata for his humility, integrity, and unwavering commitment to ethical practices. As the nation grieves his passing, his legacy endures in the hearts of many. His vision and dedication have left an indelible mark, inspiring future generations to follow in his footsteps. Syed Absurul Hassan's report for DD India.
Well, across India, several other industry leaders and from various sectors, they paid their tributes. They reflected on the immense influence that Tata has had, both on business as well as on society.
It's very difficult to put together a eulogy for a man who has been an institution to develop India as a nation that we see today, which is progressive and harmonious. The early stage contributions from the leaders like Ratan Tata ji, who brought progression and transformation into India in becoming a nation that we see today.
Today we mourn the loss of Ratan Tata, a titan of Indian industry and a beacon of ethical leadership. Ratan Tata's unwavering commitment to serving the common man through innovation and accessibility redefined what it means to be a responsible corporate leader.
I am deeply saddened by the passing away of Mr. Ratan Tata, a legend in Indian industry. His unwavering pursuit of excellence, a profound commitment to social development, and a pioneering spirit that revolutionized the Indian corporate landscape elevated Indian industry to the global stage.
The passing of Sri Tata ji leaves me with profound sense of deep personal loss. His humility, kindness, and dedication to improving lives touched countless people. He was a compassionate human whose impact went far beyond his business empire.
सबसे बड़े उद्योगपति, उनका काम करना अलग से तरीका था। इथिक्स, मोरालिटी, वैल्यू सिस्टम पर कंपनियां चलाते थे वो। मुझे उनके साथ काम का सौभाग्य प्राप्त हुआ। उनकी हम्बलनेस, ह्यूमिलिटी, ग्राउंड टू द अर्थ, जो उनकी अप्रोच एटीट्यूड होता था, बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला। मैं उनकी आत्मा की शांति के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूँ और भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति दे, और ये भी अरदास करता हूँ कि रतन टाटा जी अमर रहे।
Loss of Sri Ratan Tata ji, we all are going to miss him. He being a great leader, he not only did for the corporate, but his contribution to the society is also extraordinary. Through his visionary leadership, He has done a lot to the society, be it the education or health sector or any other thing which is important for the country. Not only India, but I'm sure the entire world is going to miss him.
And Naina Lal Kidwai, former president of FICCI, and Mahendra Singhi, the MD of Dalmia Cements, continue to be with us. Mr. Singhi, people from Mumbai have come out in large numbers. How did Ratan Tata develop such a strong bond, with the average Mumbai-wala?
In fact, yes, since he was in Bombay and all his offices and working was in Bombay, but I would say that he has developed bonding not only in Mumbai but whole India also, and maybe globally also. So like today I could meet few NRIs in Kyoto in Japan, and then everybody was saddened and everybody was praising that the way he could show the leadership. And in fact, I have also fond memory when I was sitting with him in Central Hall of Parliament when GST was rolled out, and the way he used to support the bold actions of his company or the government, that was commendable. And I would like to say again that the way in last few years he could develop mentorship for startups and in all areas, whether it pertains to new technology, clean technology, or the IT sector, he developed that sort of relationship, and he always acted as a person with whom of the same age with whom he is meeting. So he had that quality because he was the person who never thought of that I'm that big the way Tata Group chairman was, but he acted as a very simple human being, and he always practiced doing the right thing. And the message which he also gave was the best way to live the life is doing the right thing.
Ms. Kidwai, how would you look at his legacy as an inspiration for the next generation of business leaders?
I think what he leaves behind is an aspiration to replicate the strong culture and values that he's imbued into the companies of the Tata Group, which is very much a Tata tradition. And it comes not just from the integrity and values of each organization, but also the philanthropy that is the DNA of these organizations. And this combination of philanthropy and corporate ownership of support to communities which these companies serve, villages around factories, the setting up of institutions, whether hospitals or schools, you name it, the group is there in terms of what it creates. But also a legacy which was a little surprising actually to me, because most of my time and interaction with him was of large corporates, large companies, acquisitions, Air India, etc. But then he went on to be the innovator, the mentor to startups. He made himself available to young people who were not even a year into their careers as innovators. And the energy that he derived from that, the smile on his face, the fun he appeared to be having was, I must say, delightful to behold. And hearing from a lot of them today and otherwise, I can see that he touched many of our big corporates for the future as well.
Right. We leave it there. Thank you very much, Ms. Naina Lal Kidwai and Mr. Mahendra Singhi. Thank you for joining us and putting into context the enormous contribution of Ratan Tata. Now, acclaimed sand artist Sudarshan Patnaik also paid tribute to the late industrialist and philanthropist Ratan Tata with a sand art on Puri beach. Patnaik shared his video on his X handle. Well, Ratan Tata had once said when he was asked how he would like to be remembered, he said, and I quote him now, "I would like to be remembered as a person who made a difference, not anything more and not anything less." And as we have seen today, he made a big difference in the lives of thousands of people, and his legacy will live on for generations to come. Namaskar.